Mercedes-Benz began selling the boxy utilitarian G-Class in the U.S. market in 2002. Originally based on a military vehicle from the 1970s, it became a cult icon despite its dated, old-school SUV design. Although it looks nearly identical to the original, the second generation G-Class that debuted a few years ago, this particular G Wagon is, with few exceptions, new from the ground up. It seats 5 people, comes in G550 and AMG G63 specifications, and has no direct competitors that offer the same blend of purpose-built design, unstoppable off-road capability, and high-end interior materials and technology. Simply stated, the new G-Class continues to set the bar higher in terms of performance, both on and off-road, as well as with regard to comfort and telematics. Today, we're working with our friends at Sears Imported Autos, selling beautiful Mercedes-Benz in Minnetonka, Minnesota. This is a 2021 Mercedes-Benz G550, and there are currently 45 exterior colors with 29 interior colors and 7 different trim options available for the G Wagon. Boy, that's a lot of choices, but you can make it your very own. This one is presented in polar white, and it has a beautiful macchiato beige and black interior, and it has a current market price of $189,862. Now, it is powered by a 4-liter 32-valve double overhead cam aluminum alloy V8 Biturbo engine with 10.5-to-1 compression ratio that produces 716 horsepower and 450 pound-feet of torque, and is driven by a 9-speed automatic transmission, and it has full-time 4MATIC all-wheel drive. Now, taking a look out front, these are the LED headlights with LED daytime running lights, and you see it does have a body-colored grille and a chrome Mercedes-Benz star. Now, it does have a chrome front brush guard, and if you look just behind the brush guard and above the star, that's where the front camera would be if the brush guard wasn't present. Now, telling you that this is a 550, on the G63, the brush guard is lower. Now, this does have a body-colored front bumper with black mesh inserts and parking sensors, and I love the flat-top fenders with those iconic turn signals. And I tell you what, this too, that big, broad, flat hood with the MB crest right front and center. And above that is this relatively flat windscreen that has rain-sensing variable intermittent wipers, and you can see also it's trimmed in black as well. Okay, taking a look along the side, the wheels are the 20-inch AMG multi-spoke wheels, and they are wrapped in 275/50 VR20 all-season tires. Now, I love these integrated flared wheel arches, and you've got the nice chrome and black body side moldings with the integrated reflectors as well. Now, this vehicle also does have an electromechanical rack and pinion steering. And the front suspension is independent double wishbone with longitudinal and transverse links, coil springs, gas shock absorbers, and a torsion bar. Now, that new front axle is designed in such a robust way that off-road performance and capabilities have been improved over its predecessor. On the back, the rear suspension is rigid axle with longitudinal and transverse links. It has coil springs and gas shock absorbers as well. Now, thanks to the independent suspension, it was possible to improve the rigidity of the body's front end. A strut tower brace known as a suspension bridge now connects the front strut towers, which increases that torsional rigidity of this ladder type frame. At the rear, in contrast to the previous G Wagon, the new rigid axle is controlled by 4 trailing arms on each side, and it does have a panhard rod, and this makes normal driving on the road even more comfortable. Out in the terrain, the rear spring jounce of 3.2 inches and rebound of 5.6 inches, plus the ground clearance of 9.5 inches to the rear axle gear, help to ensure a safe ride even in extreme conditions. Now, this particular vehicle does also have four-wheel ABS with 13.9-inch front and 13.6-inch vented brake disc. This vehicle also does have 3 locking differentials and low-range gear for that serious off-roading. Never think I really ever seen any off-roading, but they certainly are capable. Now, these are fixed in place stainless steel running boards, and up top here, these are heated, power adjustable, and power folding outside rear view mirrors, and they do have the integrated turn signal indicators. These are black door handles, and it does have the black belt line and window trim, and one of my most favorite sounds in the whole world. Yeah, that solid thunk of the G Wagon's door closing. Of course, there is that upright boxy silhouette that we all love, and of course it does have the rear quarter smoked glass privacy windows as well. And up top there is a black trimmed rain gutter that wraps all the way around the vehicle to the other windshield header. And above that on the flat roof is a standard size power sliding sunroof. Let's take a look out back. Okay, we see that it does have the high mount LED third brake light, and there is an integrated washer nozzle right here. It's really hard to see, but it is there. And this is a side opening cargo door, and it does have the black handle and of course the tinted rear window. And back behind the tire is an intermittent rear window wiper. These are LED brake lights and turn signals, and of course there is the stainless steel trimmed and body colored faced spare tire carrier, and I think that really looks sharp. Now, behind that tire carrier, down below, you'll notice a small round disc in the cargo door. That's where the rear backup camera is now instead of way up top, and it's hidden there until activated by putting the car in reverse. Now, it has a body colored split rear bumper with chrome accents, parking sensors and reflectors, and down below is the trailer hitch, and tucked under the vehicle just below the rear passenger side doors is the AMG Sports exhaust. All right, let's take a look inside at the cargo area. Now, this is a big swing open door, like I said. These rear seats do fold 60-40, and you do have like a ski pole or pogo stick pass through right there as well. There is cargo lighting on both sides, and it does have a cargo cover, and over on the driver's side is a 115-volt power outlet. You do have four floor tie downs, and again, over on the driver's side, there is a little net on the inner wheel hump. Now, max cargo volume behind the front row is 79.5 cubic feet, but keep in mind this isn't a completely flat cargo floor from behind the front seats to the rear sill. You do have the height of the rear seats when they're folded down. And speaking of that, cargo area, max cargo area behind those rear seats is 38.1 cubic feet. Length to the front row to the sill is 62 inches. Cargo length to the second row to the sill is 34.5 inches. Cargo width at the belt line is 39 inches, and cargo width internally between the wheelhouses is 42 inches. So it's kind of cool. It's a little narrow getting in, but a little bit wider once you do get something in. Cargo area opening height from the floor to the ceiling on the door opening is 41 inches, and getting something off the ground into the cargo area, the liftover height, that's 30.5 inches. Some of the safety systems on this vehicle, that you have active lane keeping assist, electronic stability program, blind spot assist, driver's assist package. It has Parktronic, distance pilot, Distronic, e-call emergency system. A lot of these things, I don't really know what they are, but Mercedes calls them specific things, and they really are just like other vehicles. Collision prevention assist, traffic sign assist, attention assist, and loads more. After all, like I said, it is a Mercedes-Benz, so you know it's built safe. Some of the exterior options available on the G550, you can get the AMG line with Night package. There's an AMG line with Night package plus, and there's an AMG line with night package Magno. I'd love to see what that looks like. It must be like the flat wrap or something. Interior options on the G550, you can get the seat comfort package, an exclusive interior package, an exclusive interior package plus, and then what Mercedes calls a G Manufacturer interior package and a G Manufacturer interior package plus. So next up, let's talk about the dimensions. Okay, front track is 64.5 inches, rear track 64.5 inches. Maximum overall width 85.7 inches. Overall length 189.7 inches. Total height 77.2 inches. It rides on a wheelbase of 113.8 inches, and it has a ground clearance of 9.5 inches. So it is off-roadable, and the approach angle is 30.9 degrees, the departure angle 29.9 degrees, and it has a breakover or ramp angle of 23.5 degrees. It can also go through 27.6 inches of water. It does have a turning circle of 44.6 feet, a curb weight 5,551 pounds, a maximum payload of 1,394 pounds, and it is capable, when properly equipped, of towing 7,700 pounds. Now with all that, you want to know what the fuel capacity is, and that's 26.4 gallons. Now what about safety? Well, neither IIHS nor NHTSA have rated it. However, Euro NCAP did give it 5 stars in their safety test that they do. Performance, 0 to 60, 5.6 seconds, standing quarter mile, 12.6 seconds, and it does have a governed top speed of 130 miles per hour, and 60 to 0 braking, 135 feet. Well, what about its appearance? It's a G Wagon, has an unmistakable, iconic shape, and now more than ever seems to be just cast from one solid chunk of iron. I love it. Dependability, basic warranty 4 years, 50,000 miles. Powertrain warranty 4 years, 50,000 miles. Roadside assistance, where I'm sensing a theme here, 4 years, 50,000 miles. Economy, hey, you know, considering not bad, 17 city, 19 highway, 18 combined, and it has an energy impact score of 9.8 tons of CO2 a year for every 15,000 miles driven. Coming up next, Nathan will show you the interior of this awesome G550.
All right, let's take a look inside. All right, step on the inside of the G Wagon. I love the colors. You know, you got the Macchiato Beige. You've got the natural grain walnut wood, which is just beautiful. I love this. Anytime there's natural grain. You've got, of course, up here, you've got your auto up and down windows. You've got your window lockout. You've got your mirror controls right here. You've got your power folding button for the mirrors. Down here, you've got your ventilated and heated seat controls. And of course, your lock and lock buttons. You've got your seat controls along with your 3-person memory settings. And you have got one of your 15 Burmester sound system speakers. And I love sort of the satin metal look with the metal trim. It just looks really nice. Now you do have a fairly deep pocket storage right here in the door. Definitely big enough to hold several things in addition to a large bottle of water or some beverage. Hey, down here I do like the Mercedes-Benz plate as you step in. And then of course you got your foot pedals down here, and you got a nice footrest on the left. Coming up here, you've got your emergency parking brake lever. You've got your light controls right here. This is your control for your brightness and dimness on your dashboard. You've got lane keeping assist. You've got parking sensors on or off right there. And then I love these turbine style air vents, and they're of course all the way across the dash right here. And then you can see some more of the speakers right here. All right, on the seat itself here, this does have kinetics in it, so it's the multi-contour seat. You've got multiple controls for it, plus a massaging function. They are very comfortable to ride in. All right, let's step in and take a closer look. All right, so on the for the driver's information screen and the infotainment, this is the MBUX system. So this is a 12.3-inch screen right here, which is beautiful. It's fully customizable. If you want to see a video on that, you can check out our video in our how-to playlist. But we've got one showing you all the details on this and the infotainment screen there. I do absolutely love the natural grain walnut trim. You know, because it's here, it's in the center console area, the doors, it's just beautiful. All right, coming back from the driver's information screen, of course, on the steering wheel, you've got a beautiful Napa leather steering wheel, and then on the left are your controls for cruise, as well as controlling the driver's information screen. One of the best setup in buttons on steering wheels. This trackpad is absolutely amazing. Over on the right side of the steering wheel, you have the same setup for these buttons at the top, but it controls the infotainment screen. And then, of course, these are your media buttons here. You got voice command, favorites, volume, and then phone. Of course, your gear shift is right up here in the traditional area on the steering column, and then your windshield wipers are on the other side. Now, this is a heated steering wheel, and that button is located just below the turn signal stalk here, and it's also your power tilt and telescope. Okay. In addition to that, you've got paddle shifters behind the steering wheel, which feel very good. They're nicely placed. You know, when you put it in sport mode, it'll do a lot of that for you. But it sounds fantastic. Oh my gosh. Okay. So the infotainment screen is another 12.3-inch screen system. And again, we have a video on the details on both these screens in our playlist of how-to videos. But it is an MBUX system. It does have a Burmester surround sound system. It's got 15 speakers, 640 watts of power, and of course has Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Bluetooth, AM, FM, Sirius XM, and a built-in hotspot. So all that is there, plus built-in navigation. Coming down below that, you're going to have your turbine-style air vents, which I absolutely love. You got your 3 locker switches right here. And then down here, of course, you have all of your climate control buttons right here. About the only thing you don't have in a physical button is the dual or sync button that will set the dual zone climate control to the same temperature. So the sync button is up there. Once you press the menu button. Now, it is not a touch screen. So it still needs to be run by the command center that's down in the center console down here. And for that, you've got a nice rotary knob. You can push it, move it left to right, twist it, move it just about any direction. You got a few dedicated buttons down here. You got a back button, you've got a home button, you've got a volume, a power, and this one right here is going to activate your cameras. And down here is your low range button. You've got your traction control on or off right here. This button here switches to manual. So you want to shift manually, you can do that. And then, of course, this one shifts between your different modes. You got sport, you got comfort, eco, you've got desert. Okay. And then I do like the graphics that show up for each one of these. Okay. It does have this one does have a parking assist, so it'll help you park. But it does also have a rear view backup camera. So if you just put it in reverse, that camera comes on. You got a couple of different angles right here. There you go. So nice camera system. And then at the top of this controller here, this works like a trackpad if you want to swipe on it. You've also got a back, home, and skip forward button right there. Now, underneath the climate control, you've got some few physical buttons for the infotainment screen. You've got navigation, radio, media, telephone, and then vehicle. So this one will let you get into all sorts of things. And again, you can check out our video that has all those details. There's your hazard buttons. Nice clock in the middle. If I move this forward, you have access to cup holders right here, as well as a place to insert your key fob. And then you have I don't know if you can see it there, but it's a 12 volt, it's a 12 volt charger. And back here, you've got a button for the center armrest storage. If I click that, that opens up. Nice split door opening. It's softened on the inside, at least the floor part of it is. And then you've got a couple of adaptations here. So this is where you would plug in your phone. Okay, and then over here is the SD card for the navigation. Moving over to the glove compartment over here. It's got a nice softened dampen opening. It's felt lined on the inside. It's very, very nice. And then you've got some coin storage right there, as well as a little pen holder. Coming on up, you've got a nice grab handle right here. I love the continuation of that natural grain walnut trim. Looks beautiful. This is an automatic dimming rear view mirror. In addition to that, you have your 3 home link buttons underneath here. So they're nicely recessed, a little hard to see, but they're right there. Okay, right up above that, of course, you've got all your lights. You've got your control for your sunroof. And then up here, you got your map reading lights, and then the settings for when your dome lights will come on, whether the doors are open or closed, whatever. You got an SOS button, and you got a Mercedes Me Connect button right there, as well as another speaker. The visors themselves are backlit on both sides. They are they're not telescoping, okay? But you've got the mirror in there. That's what's really nice. You got grab handles, of course, on both sides right here, and of course you have a shade that will close to keep the sunlight out of the sunroof if you want to have a little darker inside. All right, let's take a look at the second row. Stepping into the second row, you got the same beautiful Macchiato beige here, and with a black, and then you do have a heated, 3-stage heated seat button right here, and then one of your 15 speakers right here. Lots of storage in the door pocket. Okay. I'll take a step in. All right, so the driver's seat is adjusted to where, from when I was driving it, and you can tell I've got ample. I've got 2 to 3 inches, a little over, yeah, close to 3 inches of legroom right there. You do have a little bit of pocket storage on both sides right here. Okay. In addition to that, you have got air vents right here. You do have some temperature and a fan speed control for the rear climate. And then down here, you have got a cigarette style lighter right here. And then in addition to that, you've got a USB-A. So this one has what they call the smoker's package in it. Over here, if I pull this down, you do have a center armrest that kind of clicks into place to secure it, so it's not flopping around. And you do have 2 decent sized cup holders in here. In terms of headroom, I got plenty. Oh my gosh. I got like a good 4 inches of headroom. So plenty of knee room, plenty of headroom. In addition to that, you've got reading lamps right up here. You've got a coat hanger, and then right here you got a grab handle, and you got additional hanger right here. There is no third row in this. The other thing I'll mention is that sometimes people ask us about how well feet fit under the seats, and wow, yeah, you got oodles of room in this car. That's a lot of space. So that's it for the interior review. Next, we're going to take it for a drive.
All right, so off on a ride on the 2021 Mercedes-Benz G Wagon. Oh man, what a fun ride. Wow, that's like a dream come true. So in terms of maneuverability, now this has got a fairly small wheelbase, and the turning radius in it is actually quite good. Of course, you've got the backup camera. This particular one does not have the front camera, but you get the backup camera for backing into spots. So around town, around shopping malls, that kind of stuff should be pretty easy to maneuver. And in terms of just interior sound, what you're hearing from the road, the one thing you really do hear, and you want to hear, is the engine. And this is the smaller engine. So you hear that exhaust. Oh, that is a good sound. Now, the interior fit and finish is absolutely beautiful. The natural walnut wood grain finish everywhere is just beautiful. It's up on the dashboards, in the center consoles, in the doors, and it is just beautiful. Yeah, I mean, it's very insulated as far as just road noise. It's really pretty. It's very insulated. A little bit of tires, but man, I'm going over a road that's patched up all over the place, and it's very quiet, very nice. Now, in terms of comfort, well, you know, the seats are multi-way adjustable. You've got the, you know, seat kinetics. You've got massaging seats. It's just very, very comfortable inside here. You kind of feel like you're in a little bit of a cocoon, especially with in the windshields. It seems, you know, it's just a great view out with the big front windows and the big front windshield. You've just got a great commanding view of the road. And that's it for me. Back to Rob.
Well, that's our review of the 2021 Mercedes-Benz G550, and we appreciate you spending some time with us. Don't forget to check out my notes in the description down below for more information on this beautiful vehicle. And if you enjoyed this review, give us a like and please leave a comment. Also, to make sure to follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. And please take a second to click that subscribe button right over there. Thanks for watching.